That's good.
Unloaded one at a time. Yeah, one at a time.
So we don't get up until the other buses are loaded, and the first group to get up would be group 7. The 4 of you who are group 7 go first with me. Then the group who are group 8 go with the key Sawyer. And then group 9, Kaplan, thank you. Kaplan. All right, 8. Group 9. Yeah, you can leave bags on those buses. And group 9 is left. Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning. Morning. How y'all doing?
Good morning, people. What's the clock?
Good morning, everybody. I think you guys are my favorite group because you're so attentive and quiet. It's awesome.
Is that key?
Thank you for coming out today. We're going to start.
Did you say it's key?
First group 1. Okay, see this little lady over here? She's going to take you down to this group here.
Where's 9?
Where are you going? You can come over here near me. Group 2, where's group 2? Group 2, this gentleman right here is going to take you to auto.
Hey, Mitch.
It was so stressful.
Mitch. Gordon.
Me and you.
I'm vlogging, bro. I'm vlogging, bro. Yo, you vlog. Oh!
Yo, I'm in the vlog. My group 9.
Well, at least up until the test, because when the test starts, then they'll open it up.
Group 4.
Where's that test?
Yeah, remember the keystones, I think? Wait, is there?
We don't take the keys.
We don't take keys.
Oh, we don't take them
I think we're
here?
coming all the way to the tech school to take a key.
5.
He told me we're
No, we're
coming all the
going
way
on
to
the
tech
tour.
school.
Oh, cool. Oh.
We don't take keys. We take fines. We take keys in that's
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, we can, we just don't need to.
6.
We don't need to, but we can. That's where I brought this. But I like keeping this with me.
I know. I'll have to take
Dean. Dean. Hello.
Group 7.
This is 9, right?
It's not a class. There's physics and there's applied physics, which is magnetism and stuff.
Magnetism. Scooby-Doo-Bop-Bop-Boo-Doo-Bop. You mean negative and positive, and then they go together, and then they have a happy life together? I mean, wait, what? How to magnetism?
Did you get recommended for that?
Hey, he's fine because he's good at cheese. Aeromolecule becomes mixed molecule.
When I first came here, they didn't have an actual schedule for
No.
me. Hi.
What do you mean?
And where's group 10? Yes, over there. Group 11's over there.
It's the 9 and 9.
Group 10, and here's group 11 right here.
Hey, Mitch, you doing good? You doing good, Mitch?
I'm doing good.
Hey, groove, Mitch.
Miguel?
Get up.
What's up, Miguel?
Miguel. We're fine.
Look at that. That's like a full-on restaurant in a school. Whoa. That's like a, whoa.
Looks like Uno's.
Holy cannoli, Batman.
Looks like Uno's.
Holy cannoli, Batman. This is like, whoa, it's got a brick wall. I've never seen a brick wall in a cafeteria other than like in a hotel or something.
Hi everybody, how are you? I'm Chef Wheeler.
Decent.
She said chef. Chef Ramsay.
So basically it's a
Okay,
male
so I'm
sheep that you see.
gonna hand
that Ram
you
see.
this, just take one and pass it back. This tells you a little synopsis of what our program is. What you're standing is in the student restaurant.
And take it. Oh, yeah, you can't.
Here's a rate.
I took it.
Fairly rate. Okay. Does anybody know what culinary arts is?
It's
What is it?
Cooking.
yes.
Somewhat cooking. Does anybody know what like restaurant services are?
Food.
Waitresses.
Waitress and stuff. A lot of people think that, but it's a lot more detailed. Actually, our whole program is based around the hospitality industry. So if you think of 3 things, you do 3 things every day besides breathe. What are they?
Walk.
Sleep. Somebody said eat.
I don't sleep every day.
And somebody said probably drink. So you do those 3 essential things every day. Now think of all the places you could do
Video
that.
games.
Okay? Where are all those places that you could do that? Where?
America.
Home. Yeah, but you have to go to the grocery store, right? To get food.
Grocery
So think of all the places where you could go and actually
America.
sleep and eat. You probably went somewhere this morning that you probably were offered student breakfast, maybe, right? Where was that? School. Exactly. How about hospitals? How about resorts, cruise lines? So our program embodies the hospitality industry as a whole. So not only do you learn cooking skills, you learn restaurant skills, you learn catering. A lot of our students go into a lot of variation career fields. Meaning if you wanted to be a chef, if you wanted to be a sous chef, if you wanted to be a baker, if you wanted to even get into food sales, which I was in years ago, if you wanted to get in catering, if you wanted to maybe run a restaurant, or maybe even get into cooking shows, you're going to see some things that they do with food science. So this is what our field is. I teach 2nd and 3rd level because we run a restaurant in the afternoon and some mornings that's open to the public. And then we also do catering events. Like tomorrow night, we're actually having a huge open house here that we're doing a tasting menu for 100 people. So we're in the midst of preparing all kinds of hors d'oeuvres, sushi, all different types of things for that.
Sushi.
Okay, sushi, yeah, sashimi. So, you learn your basic skills in level 1, and then when you come to me in level 2 and 3,
Cheeseburger with peanut
you
butter.
learn more skills and more advanced stuff. You start collaborating on menu development, menus for the restaurant, menus for catering, all different kinds of things. Developing a whole restaurant, that would be in your 3rd year, and then sometimes there's opportunities for co-op, which is going out and working in the field.
Peanut butter
So-
on a cheeseburger.
I'm sorry?
Peanut butter on a cheeseburger.
Wow.
It actually works really well. Same with it on
I
an
guess you
omelet.
have to like peanut butter though, right?
Yeah, I like peanut butter, but it works really well on cheeseburgers.
So there's a
for
lot
some
of
reason.
different things. So I'm
That's a
going to
cheeseburger.
show you a little bit of the kitchen.
Nutty butter.
Right now you're going to see a lot of kids doing various things. A lot of my students are up front here because if you take a look, if you come over this way and look through this window, you're going to see this is a front line with dishes that you can look over and see what's going on in the restaurant. This is called an open kitchen in a sense. You're going to see more of this, and you probably already do when you go out to eat, an open kitchen. People like to see what's going on in the back of the house, just not only the front. So in afternoons when the restaurant's open, you'll see a bunch of students back there running the line, cooking, a bunch of students here wait staffing, somebody running the restaurant. I don't run the restaurant, I teach kids how to do it.
I don't run the line anymore. I work with them to teach them how to. First level is over in the center of the kitchen, and I think today they're in bakery. They're doing some baking. Because even though we have a separate baking program, culinary arts also has about 12 to 14 tasks that you have to learn in baking. So, does anybody have questions? Because I know this is a lot, and I know it's early. It's early for me too. Okay. So let's take a little tour. We're going to end up probably in my classroom. We do have classrooms, and you do get homework. I have an online textbook. All of my curriculum is online on a website from Wix, so you know exactly what's expected of you. A lot of people come here, and the first thing they think is, oh, we get to eat all the time. Not the case. Most of the food we're preparing is for somebody else. You get to taste things, but being a chef isn't just sitting and eating all day. Absolutely not. It's just not what it's about. It's about developing your palate, and mainly this whole industry, the hospitality industry, is about what? Serving others. And if you like working with your hands, if you like walking around and being busy all day and doing things, this may be something that's for you. It's for me. I don't like sitting at a desk all day. It bores me. I like interacting with people. I'm a people person. I'm patient. There's a lot of good things about this industry. Okay? So let's take a little tour. Just watch your step. Miss here, can you just clean that water up on the floor? Okay, so if you take a look right here, you're going to see students doing a variation of things. If you come through level 1, is it math day today? Whoa. Let's just go through here. Oh, this is perfect timing. Because I'm going to bring you right over right now to Chef Madden's class, which is in baking. Okay? We also have a separate baking program. I'm not going to have time to show you our classroom. Excuse me, Sean. Just grab something else. Thank you. Here's Chef Madden.
Oh.
Thank you, guys.
You guys can fill in just a little bit more, that'd be awesome. Yeah, Steel or, all right. Hi, how you doing? My name's Mr. Madden. I'm a baking teacher. Out of the way. I'm in my 20th year in this building.
Wow.
Yeah, so why do I tell you that?
You don't look it.
Thanks. I got clapped the other day. I've been here longer than you guys been alive. So why do I start with that? You gotta like what you're doing. So I literally came here, figured I'd try it for a year. That was 20 years ago last week. So guy I used to work with in here, he'd write this big giant number up on our board and wait. The kids would say, Chef, what's that? He's like, that's how many days you're gonna work if you start work when you're 18. Same kind of philosophy. So, the baking and pastry program, 2 ways to enter. Most students that are here, they came directly to the class. Every year I'll get maybe 2 or 3 that they'll do our first level culinary class and then decide to switch over to baking. They wanted to test out baking and culinary so that you have some options. The gist of the program, what you're going to do your first year, right? What do you think the first thing is you'll make in this class? Most people say cookies, and most people say something else.
Bread.
That's right. People haven't come up with bread a lot. They think you'll make cookies, you'll make this.
It's bread.
When I did this is the 4th year of the baking program. When the first thing I started with was cookies. How do you think they turned out?
Not good.
Not good, because they threw stuff in the mixer. I realized, oh, I thought everybody made cookies growing up. People don't anymore. We had these thin little cookies. We took them out back. We had a contest to see how far they can fly. So after that, I realized, let's start with bread. Why would you start with bread?
Because it has a lot less steps to it, and it's a lot easier to figure out.
Good. So
I have made cookies when I was younger, and still do every Christmas.
All right.
Why not?
So bread has a lot
Help Mom
less
out
steps.
and all that.
Plus, when you mix bread, if you keep mixing it and mixing it harder, bread likes to be mixed more. A lot of the other stuff, we go from bread, then we go to pie. Pie dough, you want to just barely mix. So kind of see that first beginning. We'll do pies, cakes, bread, cookies, decorating cakes. That was the other one I realized. How long do you think it would take students to make their first cake? How many days?
Oh, a while.
It was taking them about 2. So what they do, they make a cake, right? Make the icing, How much time do you think and effort do you think they put into icing the cake?
Not much.
Why not?
Because, as I know from experience, no kid or teenager likes to put that much work into decorating something.
That, but they all of a sudden I go over to check out their cake, half it's gone, they're like, oh, I gave a piece to this person.
It's got like a smiley face on it, and that's about it.
Yeah, sort of. I also realize people don't do handwriting anymore, so they practice. So we do cakes reverse now. They'll make the icing, practice all the decorating techniques, and then make the cake. So this way, they have to put in the effort before they even make the cake. After that, we get into a little more advanced stuff in your first year. So have any of you guys ever eaten a croissant?
Yes, very good.
Describe the inside of a croissant. Butter. That's the perfect answer right there, flaky. So make that flaky dough, right? We go from a little bit more ingredients into our bread dough that we made. You roll it out into a big square, right? This is what people like. Use a big rolling pin. They beat up butter to flatten it out. You put it in the dough, fold it. So every time you roll it and fold it, butter keeps getting layered in. What happens to butter when you get it really hot? What comes off the butter? Steam. So when you put it in the oven, that butter steams in between the layers, and that's how you get that flaky dough. So again, that first year we kind of do our basic stuff and then build upon that. Second year, we get into more of how and why of baking. So our second year students, the